Hey everyone, welcome back to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 16th of May, 2025. In this video, we're going to be talking about my favorite American Silver Eagle. That's the Uncirculated out of West Point, New York. And what makes it special this year is the mintage limit. That's right, the stated product limit is 90,000. And what's interesting, well, my question is, will the advanced bulk purchase folks get a nibble out of that 90,000, or will they be nibbling out of another allotment? Not sure what's going on there, but before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach a bazillion subs. It's a really big number. Not sure exactly how big it is, though, but I'm pretty sure it's ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm going to say. In fact, I got to hand it to What Are the Possibilities yesterday in the video comments. He was like, hey, you forgot to mention the American Innovation Dollar out of Florida that drops at noon. And I'm like, oh, man. So, yeah, I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, over here to moneymetals.com. No, they don't pay me. Wowzers. Look at that. Gold down big, 67.55 to 31.85.50. Silver down 50 cents to 32.34. Wow, that gold to silver ratio, right? Platinum down 725 to 1,465. Palladium up $1.55. Did you see that change? To 994.55, and then Dr. Copper down 5 cents to 463. It seems like everything is in the doldrums lately. Now you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle whose premium is $6.59 for quantity 1 through 39. They got you paying $38.91. Typically we see $39, so that's definitely a lot lower than we see. Well, maybe not a lot, just by pennies, I imagine. All right, the sell to them price, that's the buyback, is $34.18, and that is definitely above the silver spot price at $32.32. Next stop, the United States Mint's product page. There we go. May 20, that's in 4 days from now, folks. That's the American Eagle 2025 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin out of West Point, New York. And it is $91, and it is 90,000 is the stated product limit on that bad boy. And what's the difference between the, well, look, there's the mintage limit and the stated product limit. And I'll explain how that works out here in a second. But there it is. But let's go back in time a little bit. Yep, there we go. American Innovation Dollars, $1 coin, dropped yesterday. They are still all available. And what's interesting is, well, that's a space coin, and typically those go pretty quick. I wouldn't imagine this coin survives past probably June. I think it'll be sold out by late June. Next up, here we go. Let's look at that press release from the United States Mint about this particular coin that drops in 4 days. The 2025 American Eagle 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin available on May 20th. That's right. It's going to be pretty cool. It says here, orders are limited to 10 coins per household for the first 24 hours of sales. And what's interesting about that is that on our live stream the other day, some folks were saying that they had theirs actually reduced, much like the Morgan and Peace dollar drop and the very first year of the American Women quarters. So did the Mint go in and change some of those subscriptions? Maybe. But what's interesting about that, if they took it down from 5 to 2 or 1, well, why is it on drop day they're going to have 10 coins available for you to purchase in the first 24 hours? It makes no sense, but that's all right. It's the Mint, and they can do whatever they want. The American Eagle silver uncirculated coin is the collector version of the official United States Mint American Eagle silver bullion coin, produced since 1986. This coin was updated in 2021 with a refreshed obverse, heads, and a completely redesigned reverse, that's tails, to mark the 35th anniversary of the American Eagle coin program. Oh, and I just wanted to give you a heads up. The Mint is trying to charge me $15 for that expedited shipping. I think I have to give them a phone call on that, because I looked into remember we talked about that on our live streams, how the Mint had expedited shipping for this particular release. And I was like, well, wait a minute, didn't want that. Typically we get just the rock bottom shipping, right? And it comes whenever it comes, but not next day. So something's going on with that. Not sure what to think of that. All right, like its bullion counterpart, the obverse of the American Eagle silver uncirculated coin features sculptor Adolf A. Weinemann's full-length figure of liberty in stride, enveloped in folds of the flag with the right hand extended and branches of laurel and oak in her left hand. You know, like the 1916 half-dollar and quarter, right? Using technological advancements, the coin has been redesigned to encompass some of Weinemann's original details, including the addition of his traditional artist mark. Inscriptions are Liberty and God We Trust and 2025. This is not my favorite thing right here. To provide an added level of security, the redesigned American Silver Eagle coin includes a reed pattern variation, which means it's missing one of maybe just a few of the reeds. how many reads is it missing? How many licks does it take, right? That's kind of interesting. I never really thought about that. The Mint benchmarked its efforts against anti-counterfeiting program implemented by major mints around the world. And I really think that the privy marks that they're adding to these particular American Silver Eagles is a anti-counterfeiting measure. I don't think it's just for looks, okay? The reverse was created by United States Mint metallic artist Mint Artist Infusion Program designer Emily Domstra, and sculpted by United States Mint metallic artist Michael Gaudioso. Now, here's the thing about this, folks. It came out in 2021, this new reverse, and guess what? It seems, if you look at this particular reverse of the American Silver Eagle, it's almost like they paid homage to the 1971 Ike dollar reverse. And lo and behold, 1971, 2021, 50 years. Yeah, 50-year anniversary. Maybe they did it subconsciously, unconsciously, but there it is, and I will always think of it that way, and maybe everybody else can too. Now, I've highlighted something here. It's the price. It's $91. Remember when those were in $40 range? Yeah, me too. Missed that. Now, here we go. The American Eagle 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin is included in the Numismatic Bulk Purchase Program and the Authorized Bulk Purchase Program. Two different programs. Get a little piece of this one, huh? Products listed in the ABPP will be eligible for early release, carrying AB suffix in the product code and carry a premium. Early release products are not eligible for discounts. And what's that all about, right? Well, let's look into it a little bit further. This is from March 19, 2021. It's a What's New press release. United States Mint announces new authorized bulk purchase program, and I've only highlighted just the meat and potatoes here. The new program will help to enhance the distribution of numismatic mint products as they go on sale, expanding availability of our products by utilizing well-vetted businesses, partners that have long-term relationship with the Mint's numismatic programs. Now, this is it. Not all products will be offered through this program, and no more than 10% of the products. Oh, here we go. This is the qualifier. This is how they frame it. No more than 10% of the products with limited quantities will be distributed under this program. What? Okay, wait a minute. Now we know for a fact, because we've seen it, that the United States Mint took 20% and gave it to the bullion dealers or whoever it was through this program for the flowing hair silver metal. Yeah. And what's that cost now in a Mint State 70? About $500-$600. Yowza. Initially, the United States Mint said they were going to strike 75,000 of those, and then they went down to 50,000, and that was it. So that was kind of well, I don't want to say a black eye, but it definitely was a folly or a something that the United States Mint probably wasn't able to get away from, that bad press. In fact, it got worse because after that, the United States Mint sold those gold coins through a online, well, Stack's Bowers, and yeah, none of the public got a chance at that, right? So yeah, that was a bummer in the summer for sure last year. Now let's keep on keeping on. Let's go actually to the coin. All right, this is the American Eagle 2025 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin, and I would imagine bullion dealers have got a hold of this information already. And because look, you're watching it, I'm making this video for anybody who watches it, whether it be you, bullion dealers, coin dealers, third-party grading companies, or even the United States Mint. Okay, all can watch this. It's on YouTube. Now, this will be available May 20th, 2025 at noon Eastern Time. That means 9 a.m. Pacific. The product limit is 90,000. Household order limit is 10. Like I said, that's an odd one, especially if they have been going into people's subscriptions and lowering them. Now, here's the kicker. Of the ABPP, okay, so this product limit is 90,000. The mintage limit says none, right? They can make as many as they want if there was another product that included this particular coin. However, this particular product, 25 EG, right, Echo Gamma, the product limit is 90,000. Now, of that 90,000, all right, remember, there's two folks. Well, are they people? Well, they said that companies or individuals, right? Well, here we go. United States Mint authorized bulk purchase program and the ABPP, right? So there's two different programs, NBPP and the ABPP. They're going to get a little some part of this, but the question is how much of that 90,000? If it's 10%, well, 10% is not that bad, right? 10,000, all right. Well, I'm sorry, 9,000, rounded up. But what if they go 20%? There's almost 20,000. That's 18,000 of the 90 that are already gone. And how many folks have got the subscription, right? That's really interesting. And look at this for next year. They're also keeping it at 90,000. And what's interesting about all this, folks, if you've been listening on the live streams in the mornings, you'll know that, and even the videos that I've done here recently, it looks like the United States Mint, and this is what I'm calling it, is right-sizing their sales and their mintages to basically reflect last year's sales. So this year's American Silver Eagle from 2025, the product limit is 90,000. Well, last year for 2024, the Mint sold about 94,000, okay? So I think the Mint is seeing the writing on the wall, and they're trying to adjust their product limit to their sales from last year. And it might be off by 5-10%, but it's within that range. Now, I gotta show you something I came across on Collectors Universe. There it is, Collectors Universe Home, U.S. Coin Forum. Gold bully posts here, looks like a lot. 2025 West Point 1 ounce silver uncirculated coin product limit, only 90,000. This was on May 12th, folks. Yeah, that was 4 days ago. We've been all over this like white on rice for at least, it seems like a month, right? But this is what's interesting. Look at this. There's some really good questions here. They ask, what are your thoughts on the uncirculated American Silver Eagle, right, from the mint issue, not bullion strikes, all right? This person says here, product limit is all about the packaging. The mintage limit is unlimited. That's a good point. And I'm glad they said that. So product limit, like I said, is 90,000 here. But a really good example of all of this, if we go to the mint schedule, we can go actually to the gold coins, right? So this particular product here, that's the gold proof 4-coin set, has a product limit of, I think it's 10,000. There it is, 10,000. All right. Household order limit, none. Mintage limit, not applicable, right? Why is that? Well, it just doesn't add up, right? So look at this. These are the 4 coins in there. You got the 10th ounce, a quarter ounce, a half ounce, and a 1 ounce. And let's just go ahead and bounce over here to the 1/4 ounce. They make 6,000 of those bad boys. But look at this. What's this? Mintage limit of 16,000. Well, where'd the 10,000 go? Well, I'm glad you asked. Right here. So you do the math. You add the 10 plus the 6, you get the 16. Well, what's interesting about this, it doesn't really say that there's a mintage limit on this particular one, but it does say product limit, right? So I think that's going to be it. And look, I could be wrong. Ask my wife, I'm always wrong. But the thing about this is, will the bulk folks have a different allocation that's different than this 90,000, or will they choose from this pool of 90,000? And that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to be ordering from the 90,000 here. So like I said, if it's 10%, it's going to be 9,000. If it's 20%, it's going to be 18,000, and we'll have to choose from that. And typically, what the Mint will do is they'll cut off subscriptions if there's about 10% of the product left, because they typically want to have a drop day with actual coins being dropped, because let's face it, if all these subscriptions consume all of the allotment of coins that are available to the general public, there's going to be no drop day. So the Mint holds back. Maybe that's why they went into people's subscriptions, to make 10% available for drop day. Oh, that would be something. Anyway, let's keep on keeping on with, see, you know, ta-da! You saw you heard the light bulb go off. Now, RC 5280 posts here. At 90,000, the 2025 uncirculated will be a lower mintage than several semi-keys or better dates, such as the 2011 San Francisco uncirculated at nearly 100,000. That's right, folks. I've been talking about that for quite some time, just to name one. It will not be available in another product package. So this is it? Question mark. The 2024 uncirculated has sold 94,000, but has 55,000 of those bad boys still sitting on the shelves. Yeah, so the 2025 Unc is prime for some flipper hype that will highlight the lowest Unc mintage to date. Now, we're going to check out eBay, and, you know, we typically don't see anybody over there saying, hey, 90,000. In fact, we looked at the Mint's press release, and they didn't even mention anything about a lower product limit. What's up with that? I don't know. Even the online coin journals won't even mention it. But that's why we have this channel, and that's why there's collector forums. So, like, this is amazing. And this, I thought, was an excellent comment. Ryder must be back as a consultant. Isn't that something? Let's keep on keeping on. Highlighted some other ones. NJ Coin says, this is a response to product limit is all about the packaging. The mintage limit is unlimited. Now, he says here they are saying that just to cover themselves in case something comes up, which would have been a nice thing for them to have done last year with the flowing hair product. Don't even get me started again. And might actually be the reason they're doing it now, but the product lines up with what they sold last year. They're right-sizing their sales. And the San Francisco Mint Proof is the one that will be going in the Prestige set or the limited edition, right? Because do they make a Prestige set anymore? They did in 92. That was the first silver proof set out, I imagine. So there's nothing else right now that has a W uncirculated that's going to be a part of it. That's amazing. Bottom line, with this vintage herb product limit, this might actually be worth a significant premium to spot. Just look at what the 500,000 bullion coins, what the privy mark sells for. I'm not sure what the right number is for organic demand, but if they find it and produce a little below it, this could be a winner chicken dinner at 3 times spot. Now, that's the press release, says nothing about the limited mintage, but that's why there's this coin for him. Now, this person's not bitter. All they have to do is call it a Privy West Point mint mark, and voila, instant modern mint collectible. Salty. Right? It's funny. And I think this is the last one here. This is Proof Collection. The Mint appears to be adjusting their mintages based on prior year sales. For instance, for Proof Gold Buffalo, is that there are only 2,433 left in the inventory, with the sales in the last report showed 2,661, add up to 50,094, which probably means they didn't mint the full limit. And like I said, they typically don't mint the full limit, but obviously they still can make more to fulfill that stated product limit, right? Now, I can imagine they predict weak sales due to the high price, $91. If you look at the Platinum Eagle Proof $100 sales in inventory for 2024, doing similar math, it seems they minted around 6,500 because 2024 they seem to have minted 94, and they have a ton left in inventory. And what's interesting about the Platinum and the Palladium coins, they don't really fluctuate in their prices. I mean, that's pretty much it. What you see is what you get. Now, let's bounce over here to eBay. What are we looking at here? Okay, there we go. This is the 2025 West Point American Silver Eagle in a Mint State 70. And I have here highest listed first, because if I don't, I get bullion, and that's not really what we're here to talk about. So this one sold by Pinehurst for $400. That's an advance release. Yeah, boy. Woo! $400. Yeah, look at this one. That's kind of innovative, 385. And then after that, I got Bubkiss, and maybe there's here and there, but I tell you, it's mostly just bullion. All right, there's one. First day of issue, Mint State 70, Mint State 70. There's a Mint State 70, Burnish, 154, 154. Typically, we see these at about 120, maybe 115. So there may be a $20 to $30 premium on this right now. But we don't know what this is actually going to do. But look at that, 134, 134. That's the going price in a Mint State 70. And what's a Mint State 69? Well, I'm glad you asked. Typically, we see these Mint State 69 at retail. But if this is actually over retail, that might indicate that there is some demand for this. But there we go. There's a Mint State 69. That's the Burnished Silver Eagle, 114. There's 104, 104. Well, it's maybe, what, a $10 over premium. Not too much, folks. Look at that, 74. That's a, wow. And is that a West Point, struck at West Point, early releases? That's bullion. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not really into the bullion that's graded with the parentheses. I like my bullion without, I like my Silver Eagles without the parentheses, right? That's just me, because one indicates bullion, and really it's so confusing. I really would be nice for the Mint to actually differentiate bullion coins with some kind of privy mark every year, as opposed to their proof and their uncirculated ones you can buy from the United States Mint. Whew. Now, with that said, I got a new +1 for you today. Bingo! This is what, where does it go? There it is. Psalm 119:19, and I had to look up what sojourner was. It says here, I'm a sojourner in the world. Hide not your commandments from me. And what that means is I'm just here temporarily. I'm just passing through. I'm not going to be here long. So because of that, hey, don't make it hard on me, right? To see what's going down. And I really refined it over here. It says a man must not fritter away his brief opportunity to infuse meaning into his existence through the adherence of the Lord's commandments. That's right. Do not hide those commandments from me. I got to know what to do to make things cool. Now, with that said, let's bounce over here to 395, 99.9 KOI and Coin News Radio. It's the Cranberries, Linger. You know the one. I think her name is Dolores O'Riordan or something like that. Really just an amazing singer. Tragic story. It's really sad. But the life of an artist, right? Being an artist is not easy, folks, I'll tell you. amazing creative people are very, very amazing creative people. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. What's not free is membership. And that's $1.99 a month. It's really not that much. And it breaks you down so much good information here, folks. It's a no-brainer. It really is. Y'all have a great Friday. We made it. Stacker out.